guys, this is Kendra with True TV, and I'm back with another video. I wanted to do this video because I wanted to do this video. So I wanted to do this video about King Charles V, and I wanted to do this video not only about King Charles V, which was Carlos Quintos. I wanted to show you how not only was King Charles V a so-called black man, but how King Charles V, not only is he blickety blick blick black, but it's not even refutable because his family married into itself. It's no longer can be refuted that any of these other kings and queens that he is related to is of any other race, if that makes sense, if I'm saying that right. Matter of factly, King Charles V is a black man who was called the Holy Roman Empire, right? And he, being King Charles V, he was made an Incan emperor from other, if y'all know about it, from other brown-skinned Incans. But I wanted to just go, and the reason why I'm having Benjamin Franklin, Book of Mankind read is because it's going to talk about the Palestine War, right, which is of the Holy Roman Empire's family, which is a bloodline in which King Charles V belongs to. And if you go on Pinterest, you have a lot of different photos of coins of these black rulers. But I'm going to go ahead and let this man read this for y'all. Hopefully. They're talking about Benjamin Franklin. And they want to make Benjamin Franklin take a lot of credit for things. Oh, it's not letting me play it. Why are you not letting me play it all of a sudden? You were just playing a minute ago. Alright, let's see if I can go back.
Under Rama.
Really? Y'all not going to let me play? It is not playing.
Children.
Alright, I don't want to hear about him doing anything to no children. I want to get it bigger for y'all because it is really not letting me. Like, literally, I was just playing this video, y'all. But it is really.
Let's continue on. Asia, chiefly Tony. When he's talking about Asia,
okay, it's letting
he
me
means
now.
mostly in the middle of Europe, stretching all the way from parts of Spain, all the way through France, Belgium, Germany, and bordering on Poland and that area, right? But it was ruled over by the so-called black Germans. Anyway, let's continue on. And by herding together, established their language and manners to the exclusion of ours.
This is Benjamin Franklin's book of observations concerning mankind and its people.
Will surely be so numerous as to Germanize us instead of our anglifying them.
Right.
And will never adopt our language or customs any more than they can acquire our complexion.
Which leads
you have to ask yourself, seeing as modern day Germans are viewed as Caucasians, and seeing as there's very little difference really no difference in how modern day Germans look as opposed to how the Caucasian English look, why would he make that statement about complexion unless the people of Germany at that time did not look like the people who are in Germany today? Right? When you think about Germany today, you really think about they're the most so-called white of any nation in Europe. If you look at the totem pole of what's considered authentically Caucasian or authentically white, you think of Germany, you think of the Caucasians in England, and you think of the Scandinavians. So why would Benjamin Franklin say that unless during that time period they were in the midst of a racial cleansing of Europe, in which you had a certain type of people who were being kicked out and deported?
Like they trying to do to us now. We understand that they gave us the fictitious name African American, and now they're trying to find ways to get rid of us.
The number of purely white people in the world is proportionally very small. All Africa is black or tawny. So we're gonna get an understanding of what he's saying when he says black or tawny.
Right.
Basically, what he's saying when he says black, he's talking about like a Wesley Snipes. When he says tawny, he's talking about anywhere from a slightly darker brown to a slightly light brown.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Think of anywhere from a Kobe Bryant complexion to a Steph Curry complexion. All right. That's what he means when he says all of Africa is black or tawny. Black
Philip Quattro.
Like
Look at this. Philip Quattro.
And tawny meaning
all right, so he was also one of the
Bryant,
Incan. Sorry to cut him off. He was also one of the Philip Quattro. He was also one of the Incan. Philip IV. He was also one of the Incan emperors at the time. And this is what they got him looking like here, but this is what the painting got him look like. This was Philip. This lets you know Philip IV was black. Philip IV was black, y'all. Hello, somebody. Come on with it. Let's go ahead. Let's
do a Steph Curry. So let's continue on. Asia, chiefly tawny.
Right.
When he's talking about Asia, he means mostly the so-called Middle East. All right. The Middle East extending into maybe parts of Southeast Asia. America, exclusive of the newcomers, wholly so. So he says America was wholly tawny.
Yeah, entirely.
Before the newcomers, meaning the
English
immigrants from England,
right there. And that's what wholly so means entirely.
The Spaniards, Italians, French,
yeah.
Russians, and Swedes
right.
are generally of what we call a swarthy complexion.
Right.
Now, all these people today you think of as Caucasian.
Right.
French, Russians, Swedes.
Right.
Right. You think of them as Caucasians.
Right.
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 So why would he call them swarthy? We're gonna get an understanding of what the term swarthy means also.
Y'all know Camario does plenty of videos explaining.
Also. So he called the Germans swarthy.
Right. Camario does amazing videos explaining what swarthy is. Everybody know it just means dark complexion.
The Saxons only accepted, meaning the Saxons were considered a group within Germany. They're the Caucasians who claimed the term Saxon. The original Saxons were black as well.
Right.
But you had a group in Germany who claimed that term Saxon.
Right.
And they're the ancestors of the people in Germany today.
The white
the
ones.
Caucasian Germans today.
Right.
Right.
Because
people in England
remember, Japhet will dwell in the tents of Shem.
Right. The Caucasians in England and Germany today are kinfolk. That's why they'll even tell you that the ruling family under Queen Victoria, what they call the Saxe-Coburg line, they came from Germany.
Right.
All right.
Right.
It says, who with the English make the principal body of white people on the face of the earth.
Right.
I could wish their numbers were increased.
Mm-hmm.
And while
I hope y'all hear this.
I may call it scouring our planet.
If y'all hurt my
AC,
I'm
America
sorry.
Of woods, and so making this side of our globe reflect a brighter light to the eyes of inhabitants in Mars or.
Okay, so he's about to go into all of that. We already heard what we need to hear from that. But I wanted to go into the genealogy of King Charles V. Now, when you look at King Charles V, you have King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella being his grandparents, right? King Charles V, right? So right here we have the family tree of Emperor Charles V showing his relationship with Royal House of Spain, Burgundy, Austria, Habsburg, and Portugal. The numerous marriages of cousins and uncles and nieces within the families marked. So they had a lot of incest and inbreeding going on in King Charles' family, as it is talked about amongst many. But when they talk about it, they're showing you white faces, right? So we want to dispel everybody who believe these people are white, believe all these kings and queens are white, and they are not. So I did the due diligence of looking up photos. Now we know that King Charles, right, is black. Y'all saw him when I posted him at the beginning. So we're going to get out of this, right? And Chronicles of Judah. Look at that. I wasn't even trying to do all that. We wasn't even about that. But, okay, I hope y'all can see this. I'm trying to, like, make it so that everybody can kind of see. Smaller. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get it small so y'all can see. Hold on. Maybe if I pull this to the side a little bit. And, all right. So we have the Duke Frederick of Saxony. All right. We just want to... All right. Edward the... I'm trying to get this small enough, right, so that y'all can see what I see. All right. And the reason why I'm pulling these people up, as you can clearly see, Edward the Sixth was black. There's a black man on this coin, right? But we're going to go, excuse me, we're going to go into his, I like the up and down better. Did it resume? Yes. All right. So here we go. I got it to go up and down instead of how it was before, just making it easier. No relationship to them. But, okay, so going into King Charles' bloodline, you see that King Charles' grandparents was King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. You see that King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella's daughter, Wian, married Philip of the house of Maximilian and Mary of Burgundy, right? And Maximilian of Austria. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella's daughter married into Maximilian's family, and then you could see where through that marriage, not only did King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella marry daughter Juan marry Philip, but the son Juan married their daughter Margaret. If you see it down here, Juan's of Spain, right? And here go Juan, their son. King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. And if y'all are not familiar with Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand, they're the ones who conspired the Spanish Inquisition, if I'm saying that right, who exiled out the Hebrews from Spain and Portugal by royal decree. But anyway, going on to show how King Charles is kin to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella is through the relationship between Juan and Philip of Maximilian and Mary of Burgundy. You see him down here as one of the children. He had a sister named Eleanor. Okay, here we got King Charles. He had a sister named Isabella, and Ferdinand and Mary and Catherine. You see down here where King Charles, right here, the 1500s, King Charles goes on to have his own children, which is Philip, Maria, and Juan Anne. Now, if you can see, King Charles married Isabella of Portugal, right? So now there's several Isabellas, and it's not several, but there's enough where it left me confused. There's his sister Isabella, right? Okay, and then there's Queen Isabella, which I know he couldn't have married his mama, right? So, which leads me to believe that King Charles married his own sister of Portugal, which would make sense because his father was King Ferdinand, Queen Isabella was King and Queen of Portugal. So King Charles married his own sibling and had 3 children, Philip, Maria, and Juan. His son Charles' son Philip also is going to marry his cousin Maria Manuel, right here, as you can see. Maria Manuel married Philip, you see. And then he also married Mary of England, okay, and Isabel of France and Anne of Austria. And they marry into the Maximilian Habsburg and Burgundy family, okay? And given the fact that there was a lot of incest going on, this will let you know that, oh, remember how he was talking about the Palestine Boers? The Palestine Boers. I wanted to pull this up. Elizabeth of Bohemia, 1596 to 1662, daughter of King James the Sixth, I believe, of Scotland, and first of England, and Ireland, Mother Anne of Denmark, right? This is our coin. The wife of Frederick the Fifth. Frederick the Fifth, Elector Palestine. Remember Palatine? Remember how he was talking about the Palatine Boers, the Germans? So they're German, right? These black Germans, how he was reading from Benjamin Franklin's Book of Mankind, and he was talking about those black Germans, the Palatine Boers, being of dark complexion. So this lets you know, based on Benjamin Franklin's book, right, based on this coin, that Queen Elizabeth of Bohemia, she was black, right? Due to her husband's short reign in Bohemia, right? Frederick the Fifth, Elector Palatine of Holy Roman Empire, right? Was also what they called King Charles, the Holy Roman Empire, right? So it's letting you know. And it says, briefly, Queen of Bohemia, due to her husband's short reign in Bohemia. Elizabeth is also referred to as the Winter Queen, with demise of the Stuart dynasty in 1714. Her descendants of Hanoverian rule succeed to the British throne. So it's letting you know that these people are of brown-skinned people, right? Joanne, Archduchess of Austria, I don't know how to say that, Infanta of Castile and Oregon, right? And if you see King Ferdinand, Oregon, Castile, house of, I don't know how to say that, but you see Ferdinand of Aragon, so she must be kin to him, right? So let's see what it say. Castile of Oregon, Princess of Burgundy and Flanders, right? And where's Burgundy? Burgundy is Mary of Burgundy, which is the wife of Maximilian, right? This is they black family member. All right, so let's see. Infantry Aragon, okay, she's the Princess of Burgundy and Flanders, second daughter of the Holy Roman Empire, Charles V. Look at that, Charles V. So she black, blickety black. She black. Look at this. So this is to dispel all these people who've been out here saying that these kings and queens is white. They ain't. All right, here we go. Served as a regent of Spain for her brother, King Philip II of Spain, right? And where's Philip? Philip right here. Her brother, right? There it is, King. There go Philip. This is crazy. Hold on. Let's go down. Let's move it down. Hold on. We got to still read it. King Philip II of Spain. Excuse me, y'all. All right. Archduchess of Austria. Okay. And then, okay, King Philip II. Upon his marriage to Queen Mary, right, of England, which we have right here, Philip. So we know we're talking about the same person, because right here in the family tree, we see that Philip married Mary of England. So we got the same person. That's his sister right here that we see on this coin, right? And we already know King Charles is black, right? And then we know that the Maximilian family is black because of her, right? Which is being of descendant of Mary of Burgundy, right? All right. Now here we go. Okay. And her brother is King Philip, which come from the bloodline of King Charles, right? Roman Empire. Second daughter of the Holy Roman Empire. So she's his daughter, which means she's either Juan Anne or she's Maria, right? Because Philip is his. So either, this coin is either Maria or Juan Anne. Okay. Or Joanne is what they trying to call her name. Joanne, is this how we say this? Joanne? Joanne. This is how they trying to spell it right here. Joan. Okay, Joanne. Okay, well, I'm just looking at how they... But anyway, this is the daughter of King Charles. Boom, right here. Okay. And upon his marriage to Queen Mary I of England, their joint title was Philip and Mary, by the grace of God, King, Queen of England, Spain, France, Jerusalem, both the Sicilies and Ireland, defenders of the faith, Archduke of Austria, Duke of Burgundy, Milan, and Brabant, Counts of Habsburg, Flanders, and Tyrol. All right. I hope this set some of y'all people straight that believe that these kings and queens were white. They were not. All right. We saw King Charles. We saw that clearly King Charles is depicted as a black man. Right? The fifth. Oh, sorry. We go. Not the fake one. Not the fake one. Let's see who they got right here. I can't read that type of writing. And black folk curled their hair. And that fake King Charles, I don't know who he is, but let's go to the oil painting. No. Let's see. All right, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Carlos Quinto. Right? A panel from the painting in the Larco Museum in Lima, Peru. The panel depicts the last Incan emperor of Atahualpa. I don't know how to say that. Atahualpa, and the subsequent first European emperor of the Inca, Holy Roman Empire, Emperor Charles V, Carlos Quinto. So, yeah. Am I saying that right? Isn't it cinco? Isn't five? Whatever. But that, anyway. But yes, Carlos Quinto is the Holy Roman Empire who became an Incan emperor. And so y'all clearly see that he is a brown-skinned man, as well as y'all see that one of the Incan, if you look at this tapestry, you see that all the Incans were also brown-skinned men. So now you know that the Incans were not Mongols. They were not also white folk. So this should let you know without a shadow of a doubt, these people were brown-skinned folk. Okay? So this is for all y'all out there that believe contrary to what the truth is. All these kings and queens and family members are black. All these Incan princes and kings were black. I am sorry if that upsets you, bother you in any form or fashion, but this is the truth. Okay? Given that King Charles had a family of incest and inbreeding, should also let you know that he couldn't be anything else, if that makes sense. All right. Let's see if we can get a picture of Maximilian. Now, of course, they're gonna have whitewashed versions of every single thing. Y'all know how they give it up. Just give me a sec. So this is the son of the Holy Roman Empire, Ferdinand, which is the descendant of King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. Their son, remember again, their daughter Juan, or however you say her, Joan, That's how they're trying to say it, married Philip from the Maximilian and Mary Burgundy, the Habsburg and Burgundy family. And they had children, Eleanor, King Charles V, King Charles, Isabella, Ferdinand, Mary, and Catherine. And right here you're seeing Ferdinand I and his son Maximilian, right? And it couldn't be King Charles because King Charles I had a son married and of Hungary, or if I'm saying that right, I just didn't feel right because it says Hungary. And they had their son Maximilian plus 14 other children, right? They're just like, 14 others. So Maximilian and King Ferdinand and Anne of Hungary had 14 other children. So they had 15 children altogether. Maximilian married Maria of Spain, with Maria of Spain, which is his cousin from King Charles. So King Charles' daughter Mary married her uncle's son Maximilian, and they had their daughter Anne of Austria. And right here you're looking at this coin is King Ferdinand I and his son Maximilian II, right, in 1563, this Holy Roman Empire coin. So yeah, and this is the jawline that has inspired after all that inbreeding. So I can't read these names, but anyway, y'all, I was just trying to show y'all that these people were black folk. So I hope that helped y'all to understand that these people are black. We's, bees, kangs. Anyway, this is Kendra for True TV. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Stay up, stay first. Stay up, stay blessed, Put God first above all else. Peace out. Bye for now.